You have arrived at Conscious Dream Academy's first ever podcast episode. My name is Cecilia. I have created this because I was divinely guided, which is why I do anything I do these days. I'm so glad you found me here. I have a story I feel called to share with the world, with whomever this story is for. I've had a lot of change in the last few years. I went through a dark night of the soul, and now my whole life has changed for the better. So, Conscious Dream Academy specifically came to be after, in the last few years, I have had a close connection with Dream World. I receive guidance through Dream World from the universe, or whatever you may call it. And it's really been so incredible to have this wisdom coming through, whether it's about my health or doing shadow work or just really pushing me to stretch my comfort zone. And it's been an incredible ride. So I've loved working with dreams for myself. And it wasn't until I had a dream, a certain creature came to me and let me know, if you want to have a beautiful experience, just set the intention in your dream and then you can have the experience. And I think, wow, that's incredible. Okay, well, I want to be hanging out on the beach, doing this or that. Instead of waiting around to do the things I want to do in daytime, I could just set the intention and do that in my dream. Amazing. I'm here for it. I set the intention the first night. I said, I want to experience myself with my true love, like my divine partner, just being happy in love. So that night I had the dream and I had a really nice experience. I had major feelings for this person. They were attractive. We had really good energy between us. And then by the end of the dream, a couple things came up where basically it was fears that I had. This person's going to leave me. They're going to cheat on me. They told me something from their past, and then the fear was, this thing from their past is going to affect their ability to be a good partner in the future. It was just really highlighting shadow work for me to do, which is not my favorite, but yet it is, because the more we can face our shadow, the more we find freedom from what has held us back. That was night number 1, with setting the intention to have this specific experience. Okay, night number 2, I say, I want to experience samadhi, which is basically nirvana, absolute bliss. You would meditate and you could experience samadhi. No feelings of attachment or suffering. I'm like, bring it on. Let's just go big. Let's experience samadhi. So that night in the dream, I'm on a boat, and water is very symbolic in dreams of spirituality. I hear people say it all the time. That's why I have the idea of it. And it makes sense because I have so many dreams that revolve around water. I'm on this boat and I'm about to get off at my boat exit, and I'm distracted because this very attractive gentleman on the boat says something to me. I bet you'd really like to be with me. I'm an attorney and I make a lot of money. And he like distracted me, so I didn't get off on my exit. And I knew in that moment, I'm like, yeah, that's really enticing. You're really attractive. You have a lot of money. Okay. And then the boat pulls up to a second exit that looks exactly the same. And so me and this dude get off at the second exit together. Well, he quickly disappears, and I go onto the land and walk to my place and go to my house. And I have this experience that is the opposite of samadhi. So basically, every little weird possible fear and attachment was, I don't know if every single one was highlighted in this dream, but a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. My dogs run away. I lose my clothes and my whole family sees me naked. My house crumbles down. Someone steals my stuff. It was just chaos and fear in all these directions of just silliness. And as soon as I woke up, I knew. I was like, wow, I was just shown so many things in the way of me experiencing samadhi, which is fine. I'm here having a human experience. I'm here to do the work and have the human experience, not to just already have samadhi. So, okay. Thank you, universe, for the wake-up call, for the lesson, highlighting the work, the shadow work. It's a lesson and it's a blessing. I recently heard someone say, I can't remember who it was, lesson, like something is a lesson and a blessing, so it's called a blessing. And so now that's stuck in my head, and now apparently I'm sharing it with other people. Thank you, Dream World, for that message. Night number 3. I set the intention before bed. Please show me working in a healing, divinely inspired career. Just like show me on my path doing work to help others for the highest good. And in my dream, I was totally surprised by this. In my dream, it was me handing out note cards to my clients and teaching them how to work with intention in their dreams for their dream time. And the next day I was like, wow, that was really surprising. I never would have thought of that. Okay, cool. That day I say to my mother and to my brother, but he didn't do it for some reason. I said to both of them, okay, do you want to do an experiment tonight? All right. Explained what happened to me, my 3-night intention experiment, how the creature came and told me, advised me about doing this. So my mother does do the activity. She takes it seriously. Thanks, Mom. And so she sets her intention. And in the morning, I'm around her on and off throughout the day, but she doesn't mention it. So I just assume it didn't work. I'm like, of course it's not going to work. That was a great mentality to have, I know. But I was new at it. I was just like, okay, I'm doing this, but whatever. Towards the evening, she says, well, aren't you going to ask me about my dream? I go, oh my gosh, yes. You want to talk about it? Okay. Because I wasn't like trying to like annoy people. I'm always talking about dreams. So she says, okay, I did my intention. And I go, what was it? And I'm thinking, it's going to be something fun. If a creature says, if you want to experience something fun, set the intention and you can experience it. Okay, so she picks, I want to feel focused. I want to complete all of my projects that are sitting out. I want to just get it done. And because she was, I guess, really struggling with that. And so she said, In my dream, I dreamt about doing my projects and being so productive and so focused. She's like, I feel like I dreamt it the entire night. I'm like, are you kidding? That's amazing. And she said she woke up early and she was still in the energy of being the person who was focused and productive and got things done. And then she did so many projects. And it all made sense because earlier in the day, I walked through her house and I thought, I wonder if they're having company, because why are all the counters cleaned off? What, like, they must be having company. I need to, ask her later what's going on. And then so when she tells me this story, I'm like, oh my gosh, it actually worked. So you set the intention, and then in dream world, it's okay. I've done this before, by the way, where you have a really wonderful experience and it's not shadow work. So sometimes it's actually a really cool experience, but more often than not, I'm going to show you what you need to do to shift in your waking life. And when I say waking life, I mean not when you're sleeping. Like me talking right now, that's your waking life. Even though I could argue another day that this is also a dream, but it just is intention setting, have the experience, and then whatever messages you get from it, it's easier than a regular dream where you get a message and maybe you don't know, what does this apply to? Does this apply to my career? Does this apply to my health, my relationships? Is this a prophetic dream? It's just, so when you have a specific intention and you have made a good relationship with communicating with your dream world through dream world, then you can narrow it down. This dream is more than likely about the actual question intention I set, which the intention could be asking a question or seeking clarification on something. So it narrows the window of confusion, because spirit comes through and it's not, sometimes it is in plain English, but a lot of times it's not, especially in dream world. It's the nature of the communication. It's kind of silly. It's like very clever, and there's symbols, and then certain people are representing yourself, or it's your pets. It's like a whole language. So if you can narrow down this intention specifically to this dream, it just helps a lot. And I believe every single soul has come here for their life's purpose. And during waking life, most people are very busy, and they might not be noticing the signs, the synchronicities, the communication that's trying to come through, or not really listening to their intuition. So a great way to tap in is dream world. And so for me, with Conscious Dream Academy, I feel like conscious dreaming, people would be like, oh, you're talking about lucid dreaming. So yeah, that's a whole area. But with conscious dreaming, I am referring to dreaming consciously. So during the daytime, setting time aside to really pay attention to what happened in dream world. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to go in the dream and then I'm going to make these decisions in the dream. Okay, yes, that's a whole thing. But additionally, you could not be lucid dreaming. You could just be paying attention to your dreams when you're awake and giving them time to be analyzed. That magical doorway of dream world has provided me so much profound information that is undeniably not coming from my subconscious. It is outstanding when you give it the attention. It is incredible. It's actually so helpful. I would say the struggle is is paying attention to all of it, because I'll receive very profound information most days of the week. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to incorporate this and then incorporate this. So it's a what I refer to as night school. It's like there's so much learning happening. A lot of times at the end of the dream, the message is just becomes known. Other times I wake up, I record my dream on a voice memo on my phone. Later, I listen to the voice memo, I write it down, and then that's when the meaning comes through. Or it's important to also have community when it comes to dreaming. It's important, I believe, to talk about your dreams to people. And when I talk about dreams to like my trusted dream friends, my friends that are in tune and they get it, I'll tell them a dream. I will receive information from them. It's as if I was meant to tell the dream to them so they could tell me the message. So it's not always just a one-man show. It's really about community. It's all connected. It's really, really cool. So to summarize, intention can be used with dreams in order to show you in the dream what is in the way of you experiencing that in your waking life. It will give you the next step in the thing to do to get yourself more in balance, to also allow you to experience the vibration of something you do like in the dream, so that you know what that feels like. And then you can bring that into your waking life, because you remember, I know what that felt like in my dream to have such and such experience. Okay, now that I can access that feeling, even though it was in the dream, I'm more likely to be able to access that feeling in waking life when I'm doing things like visioning or going throughout my day. Because Manifestation 101, if you are in the vibration of something, if you can feel into that, you're on your way to attracting it into your life. So it's really such a blessing to have these experiences in the dream that are setting you up to letting you have it in your waking life. And there's just so much to be said about dreams. I'm so excited to have this platform to nerd out about it. Thank you for joining me for this storytelling session. Conscious Dream Academy looks forward to sharing all things dream world, all things healing, transformation, anything you're doing in your waking life or in night school to better yourself, to help yourself shine your light, make this world a better place. Much love. Until next time.